And the mayor, she came through there and she changed things around, and it changed.
Yeah,
It
it's,
really
it's
did.
definitely cleaned up a lot.
And then, except for this past,
I really just, my husband grew up going to Mount Trashmore, and they've done a lot with a lot of the area.
they have, I mean, because like when I do my shows, I go, when I'm doing my shows, there was probably 400,000 people that come through it. And, I noticed over the years, you don't see the homeless people, you don't blah, blah, blah. There's more homeless guys. He's been there for like the last 3 years. Every year I go, but that's it. He
Yeah.
doesn't bother nobody, blah, 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 but, he'll be sleeping on one bench and everything else. But I remember back in the day, you couldn't walk around without needles and
Yeah.
homeless.
They've cleaned up the ocean front a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, they absolutely
It's a
do.
long way.
And they clean it every morning now, so it's.
Well, I hope you find somewhere cool for that to land.
I know, right?
It's a neat piece. It's cool to look at.
You have a
Thank
great
you.
day, hon.
You
Take care.
too.
Too much pain.
I set my camera up. Get me some views while I'm sitting here. Give me some
Oh,
views
sweet.
while I'm
There
sitting
you
here.
go. You guys ready? Oh,
Good.
no, that's all
Thank
right.
you, though.
No, y'all have a wonderful day.
You too, sir.
Thank you. Um,
I
Yeah,
seen your,
so-
I seen your video of the guy that come in.
They don't have a location.
the guy came in what?
That came in and did the video. He took a picture with
Oh,
you.
yeah.
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 He didn't have a whole lot of likes, views on it. Like when I saw it, he had like 30 some views on it, and
He's trying.
he's trying.
He's just trying. He's everywhere they go, they make a video, and he do
Right.
antique stores and all this other little stuff that he does. And he asked me, it was really nice. He said, he goes, I'm making a YouTube video. Can you turn the music off?
Yeah.
I was like, how long is this gonna take? He goes, well, as long as I'm in here, it could be a half an hour to an hour.
Right.
I was like, he goes, it's copyright infringers. They don't like it.
Well, here's the thing. If they don't like it, if he's trying to monetize it to get money off of it, if I put this one, like right now the music's playing, and you basically just tell them, I don't own the copyright on the music. But if you don't monetize them, they're pretty decent, or they'll send me an email and just say, hey dude, you can't use the video.
Wow.
So, but no, music is really it's the great equalizer on YouTube. Because they'll silence your video and everything. So,
Yeah.
but no, you'll have people pop in, and somebody will pop in a minute, and it'll go, what is this? And all I gotta do is just pointing at the door, at the counter,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll pop in, and they're like, what's going on here? What
Is that live?
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought I was messing with your video. I didn't
No,
know it
it's
was
live. No, it's live video going on right there.
Oh man, I'm glad I didn't do what I was gonna do.
I know you should have. You should have done it. Might have got me some views, Yep, that might have got me some views.
I was literally going to show my ass.
Oh.
Yeah, that was kind of sad.
There you go. See, you see the little pig right there? Yep, right there. You go. Yeah, people will pop on and they'll start asking questions. But the music will. The music, they'll flag you on the music in a heartbeat.
Really?
Yeah, it's just, really. this is where these people are going. These guys have nothing better to do today than. But I find this right here, John. Now I talk on the radio every day, and I have no issues in the world. But cutting that camera on and sitting it in front of you just talking, there's millions of people every night on YouTube just talking. I find that more difficult than I do
Radio.
the radio, because I guess it's where you have to keep somebody engaged with what you're doing, and I find that to be more difficult than anything. You ready?
I
All right. Oh, she found some books.
am. To the set.
There you go. Stephen King.
I put one back here in the booth the other day. I found it. It's Salem's Lot in Spanish.
Oh, really?
I never had seen that book, and and the whole book is in Spanish, and I was like, I think this is Stephen King, and sure enough, it's Salem's Lot in Spanish.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Well, that would be the way to learn for a
Yes,
language.
you got it.
Yeah, if you had them side by side.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. You know, the Bachman books, The Long Walk,
okay,
that is the story that got me stuck on Stephen King.
right,
That was the first one, and then it went from there to
Tower.
Misery.
Oh,
yeah,
Misery. And to me personally, I thought Misery, I'm sorry, I thought Misery, 86, 33. So all these books that get turned into movies,
right,
well, I felt that was the closest one. When I'm reading the book, you're imagining everything.
Yeah.
Misery probably came the closest of all the books I've read
right,
that they made into a movie.
yeah,
I was just thinking about that, something similar this morning, like why do I really not like going to see a movie after I've read the book? It's because it's somebody else's imagination.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I found out the truth myself. You have a wonderful day.
Y'all too.
You too. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Well, John, I think he's getting ready to do the leaf.
Say again?
I think he's getting ready to do the leaf.
Oh, cool.
Is that his book that you said that little blue folder he carries with him?
Yeah, there's a little, and it's just a picture. And then he has another one that has each little thing has what he's going to color it. So I could do something like that and just set my phone up and
Let me tell
he
you,
built the counter.
there is it's a family in, I want to say the Philippines, and the little girl who runs the store, I give her all the credit in the world. This girl put like 8 cameras in the store, and the store is literally no bigger than your counter space, basically.
Well,
I mean, it's loaded though, full of everything. And you go on her channel, and it's a camera facing the front of the counter. You go to another one, it's the side view. Go to a third one, it's the back view. Go to another one, it's the other view. It's all these different views. And John, it's nothing to go, and I'm talking, it runs 24 hours a day. Those cameras do. And it's nothing to go on there, and there's nobody in the store, and all of a sudden this big rat, because it's in the Philippines, it's, will run across the floor, and you see a cat come out with one of those shields beating the rat, trying to get him. And it's horrible. Literally, we were watching it a couple of weeks ago. The cat is on top of the counter, looking down at the rat like, no, you don't do what you gotta do. Because the rat was about 2 times the size that he was.
hold on. The store's closed,
Yes,
and y'all are still watching the video.
that's it's 24 hours a day.
So you're just sitting there going,
You're just seeing what's going on. Well, you see the cat laying on top of the counter, and you're like, what's the cat up to? And all of a sudden, a big rat will run across the floor, and the cat will look down at the rat like, no.
okay, that reminds me of when it first came. I remember when the first internet, when you was doing the
Right, the dial-up internet.
dial-up internet, and people would literally have these cameras in their houses,
Yes, you still do.
and you would just be watching them people. What the heck, man?
Right. Yeah, no, there's a family over in Italy that we see.
And they get paid. Do they get paid for that?
They get some sort of payment for it,
As long as they're getting the views.
as long as they're getting the views and the watch hours. Yeah. Now, I won't get anything for this one. I'll get the watch hours if YouTube hits me for the music. And I'm hoping they won't hit me for the music, but if they do, it happens. Oh, what's he doing now? I thought he was doing the leaf, but he's doing something on her leg.
Huh. Another tent. I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah.
But no, you could open up a channel and hook it into your cameras in here, to, all of your cameras, to where somebody could be sitting in Thailand going, well, let's see what's going on in booth 30, click, booth 69, click, booth 112, click, and
Sure.
each one could be different to where, but that's all they are. They're basically big security cameras. When you think about it, you really think about it, as many cameras as that girl has in her store, there's nothing in her store that's not being videotaped 24 hours a day. It's just a security camera. But it's like these up here. It's like the ones you got.
Yeah.
That's all they are. And she's looped it into YouTube to where, but I'm talking middle of the night, just the cat laying on the counter, rat running around the store. It could be 150 people watching. Then she's got one that runs the back alleyway of the store. Then she's got one that runs the front street of the store. And you just click on it and you see how many people's going up and down the street at midnight and stuff like that. That's all it is. Yep.
What do you call your channel?
Mine's Layla's Toys, after the baby.
Yeah.
And when we first put it on,
Hey guys.
Howdy.
Howdy.
the whole concept of it was doing, we were reading books to children. We still do. And then it's just gotten out to where we just do funny videos and things like that.
I guess you.
I wonder if he's just making like dark blue jeans now.
Yeah. Oh. Oh.
I don't know how to darken that. I done left it, I like the light blue. Will you find anything on there?
No.
Oh,
I was
okay.
looking up. Honey sent me a thing for she's moving into someplace. She's moving on July 16th. So
Is you ready, young lady?
ready, huh?
Yeah.
I got you. Jazz, how we doing?
Good, how are you?
Shows 87 and change. Thank you. Thank you again. Thank you, appreciate that. Every time something was changed, we go straight in there. Is this gonna be out? Twenty-one zero six. Thank you, appreciate it. Forty-six thirty-three. You want to receive, sir?
No, thank you.
All right. Y'all have a great day, guys. Appreciate you.
not getting what he's doing with this blue, but I. Ah,
Oh, I see. Oh, I don't know about that.
you know what I'm saying?
Maybe it's just another shade. I don't know.
I don't know.
I can't say I like it very much. I'm with you. I just stuck with the lighter.
Yeah.
Of course, when
Where's
it's
my-
done, we'll see it when it's done. See what it looks like. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna start more. The Adventures of Johnny B.
You need to. I'd have them in both stores.
Oh, I just came home and do what you're doing.
Yep. You know,
How many people watching right now? One?
one or two.
Good.
You know, no, that's the thing. Let me tell you, they pop in and out left and right.
I know, and she goes, "Hey."
And but no, you could, you know, you could close the building at night and just leave it running. And trust me, people will be coming in, you know. But what I would do is that I'd set something up that would, you know, you've got people out there, John, God love them. They'll go home and
Hey guys, how we doing?
they'll go home and go to bed and set that camera up and they'll film while they're sleeping.
You guys doing all right?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, they'll film while they're sleeping.
Yeah, did a couple of views.
And then you got some people.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
Yeah.
Back in the day, I remember people would actually film themselves sleeping, and I'm like, do people really watch this?
Yeah.
And they're getting paid.
One of Lucian's best things, he likes to watch the pandas. Over in South Korea,
Right?
they got panda cam. And it's 24/7 live
And they're
pandas.
getting paid for it.
And they're getting paid for it. Yep, he'll get up in the morning, come in there where I'm at, and he's like, cut the pandas on, cut the pandas on. And we'll cut the pandas on, and they're, you know, yep, they're doing what they do. So,
Looks so neat.
How we doing, guys?
Good, how are y'all?
Good.
Look at the Audrey Hepburn picture. Cindy would love that. That's so neat. That's Breakfast at Tiffany's.
It is.
I love that movie. I love that picture.
Thank you.
I'm gonna have to come back in the kitchen. I love that.
So, can it hear us talking?
he can, probably picking up some,
Okay.
Yo, they got a
you
roll.
know,
So watch what you say.
yeah.
You ready, bro?
This is a nice.
You have a great day, guys. Appreciate you. That,
Let me tell you.
that is the ticket. And I've said that for 5 years.
Yes,
That would be the ticket.
he got it caught right there. What? Okay. Well, but I'm saying,
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
got caught
yeah,
right there.
He got caught
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah. Mm. Yep, but whoever was watching just saw that.
That's awesome.
And they can go back tonight and look at it and see it. So,
You know, and I've always said that. I need a camera setup right there.
yes.
Catching them.
Yep.
I would be TikTok famous.
Yes.
So is this is YouTube.
It's YouTube.
What's TikTok? That's totally different.
Yeah, TikTok is just, they do things in 30 to a minute to 3 minute intervals where, Facebook and YouTube let you go hours.
I guess it would be hours if they 24-hour a day.
Yeah. Now, TikTok will let you go.
Minute.
No, I want to say it's up to 2 hours live, and then you have to come back on.
Yeah.
You have to go off and come back
But
on.
YouTube, 24 hours a day.
Yeah. Yeah, YouTube, you can just run it.
Wow. Who pays more?
It just depends on advertisers who wants to pop in. They busted me a while back because they said I was reusing content. And it was, they told me I could do reaction videos. So I was watching something and playing it. And well, then they flagged me and said, oh, you're reusing content. So now I'm trying to work myself back up to getting paid again.
Reusing, what do you mean?
It's like if you watch a video and you look at it and do things with it, laugh at it.
Yeah.
You reacting to that video.
TikTok does that all the time.
They do it all the time. But I did it on YouTube and they said that I was reusing content.
Oh, so you're not allowed to do that on YouTube.
Right. I was reusing content and they busted me on it. And
I got you.
I'm like, come on.
Well, if you're used to watching TikTok, you would assume you get better
Yes,
at it.
exactly.
Because I see that every night.
Yeah. Now look at that. That doesn't look bad. He went with that blue.
Yeah. No.
That don't look bad.
No. I still like to light it. But I'm not getting paid.
Right.
Sort of.
Yeah, he'll be done in a couple of days probably.
Yeah, he said no more than 3 weeks, but he has to, like I said, he has to code it and everything else.
Right.
But the actual picture, it should be done here shortly. He's still got all the way to go down there.
Yeah.
And all that is down there is more leaves and more this or that.
Yeah, no, but man, you should be wearing a camera at all times, making videos and setting them up live in the shops and stuff like that. You'd be making a small fortune, John. Here comes Jim.
So, I guess you just go through YouTube and
Yeah. Here comes trouble.
Hi,
what's up, guys?
I didn't tell that yesterday, but everybody looked at it.
Yes, they did.
How do you know?
Hey, don't stand in front of my camera.
What are you taking a picture
It's
of?
live.
It is live.
It's live. Don't stand in front of the camera.
It's
You
on-
can sit down. You're not seeing.
Here, you can sit down. Don't sit in my other seat.
Broken?
Somebody's gonna be broken.
Was not me.
How are you?
I don't see that.
We just got one guy who Well, one girl that got scared pulling the rat out of the box over there.
Oh,
Yeah. Did that, so
why is that lie?
I'm just building some hours up on my YouTube. So I told John, I said, I'm just gonna set it up and let it run out the door.
What's up, Dennis?
Hey, how y'all
What's going on, buddy?
Howdy.
You doing all right?
I'm doing all right.
So we're just letting it go live for a little bit.
All right.
Really filming the guy over here painting the,
That's intriguing.
well, I told
I'm surprised
John,
he's out there on the weekend.
I said I would have loved if John had a camera out there, that would have got the whole process. But I don't think he has one. John said he didn't have one that goes out into the park.
No. Lisa said yesterday, hasn't been back since he came in here and said, Ron said that I could ask you for the key and use the bathroom. And she said, yeah, here it is, don't give the key to anyone.
Right.
What's he doing? Whistling out the guy?
Yeah, just showing him it looks good. He had the blue jeans like a light blue,
Uh-huh.
and now he's going to the dark blue.
Huh.
So, darker blue. And it looks good. I like,
I said it's probably when a college student.
I don't know.
Jim said, well, they didn't tie their shoe, and I said, because they don't teach them how to do that anymore.
Exactly.
And he said, well, that's because they wear Crocs.
That and Velcro, and, and the slide-ons,
So they don't, by the time they get to college, they don't know how to tie their shoe.
Right.
What is this, a mask?
My ride gear.
Yep.
You gonna have a ride tonight? Down at the warehouse?
Could be.
This is where John puts it on and runs in front of the camera and then runs back over.
Don't
So
give him any ideas.
people don't know what's going on.
Don't give him any ideas.
Well, he got over here. And John goes, "Is it live?" And I said, "Yeah." And he starts dancing in front of it. And then he goes, "Is it really live?" And I said, "Yeah," because he was about to moon it. And I was like, "Please don't moon the camera." Some kid,
I still might do it here.
some kid in Zimbabwe is going,
What are you talking about? They don't even have any clothes. They don't have to care about
bang,
that. I remember once going to Barbados,
Okay.
and the kids, we were on these little boats that they had window holes with
Yeah.
windows in them,
Okay.
and the kids would jump up on the boats. They didn't have any clothes.
Right.
They would jump on the boats.
Okay.
And they were mostly boys, so
Right.
like I was a
Yeah.
little girl.
Right.
And I was like,
What's going on?
right?
Yeah.
So the Americans would throw coins at
You
them,
like that?
and they would dive in the water and would crack them in their face like chipmunks.
Okay. All right.
I'm sure it helped them.
I'm sure.
Probably more than their parents made.
Yep. That's, but you gotta think some of those countries don't make anything.
No.
And they, I think it was my sister and them had went over to Russia back in the 80s for
Yeah.
school. And they told them to take like ink pens
Mm-hmm.
and pairs of blue jeans and things like that because to them that was more of a tip
Right.
than getting money
Right.
because they couldn't get the stuff that we were getting.
Right.
And especially if you were a waiter or something, a good ink pen
Right.
was just, it was like currency, it was, good money.
Yeah.
So,
Now
yeah,
it's probably just like America. Nobody
is.
wants to wait on tables
Nobody
or
wants to-
anything else for that matter.
nothing,
Lazy.
Yep,
Met to Billy's for Mother's Day, and it took an hour and 45 minutes to get our food.
we're in,
Billy's.
okay,
And,
wow,
yeah, the table, and they were, at the end of that table, were walking in right behind us.
okay,
They had already eaten, and they were gone.
okay,
And, there was a table next to us, but they came in about an hour and 15 minutes, after us, and they got their food right after we did the meeting.
right,
I was like, and the girl was a nervous wreck, so I don't know whether they lost lost the ticket, she lost the ticket or didn't.
That might have
I
been,
don't know what happened.
yeah.
Yeah.
You doing, John?
She came over a bunch of times and I was like, sorry,
What's
sorry.
that?
It's coming, but
Yeah.
it wasn't coming.
Yeah.
And then,
Be here.
she sent her manager over.
This is what I gotta deal with,
Oh my God.
you know.
Come on, don't, you have better toys than that.
But
If
I
you're gonna
told,
show your toys, you better show a better one.
I told John, I said, you ought to have your security cameras hooked up into a YouTube feed and everything, really.
Look, you got one of his
There
better
you go.
toys.
Now he's got one of his better toys. What's it, how many people watching right now, John?
A lot.
Not many, I'm sure.
Maybe, now that he's showing toys.
Really, this is what we have to. He's just doing this so later on he can go back and watch the video.
Randy is.
Oh, no, now what's he got?
He's gonna get his best toys out now. I guess it doesn't have the sound, does it?
No, it does. I told John whether or not I get flagged for the music that plays behind us, that we have no copyright claim to, you know.
You can't hear it, really. Sort of, but I don't. You'd be surprised Hannah was taking the test when she was here.
Okay.
It was her last exam and something. And I guess she had been taking it for a while. She goes, hey, Matt. I said, what? And she said, well, they said, my phone was too close to me.
Okay,
And I was sitting on the bed. And she said, so I took the phone and put it in the kitchen. And I went back and I said, look, this is the only quiet place in here.
right.
You know, so.
What do you
too
want
bad.
from me?
Yeah.
Right.
But I said, you know,
Wow.
because this is what it's come down to in their world.
Yep.
When she went to college, they told them from the get-go, when you're taking a test, you're not to sit on a bed.
Right.
You gotta be on a couch and a desk
Yeah.
somewhere, but not on a bed.
Right.
And I don't know, really, what do they care? She said, really, so I wear them out my phone and they see that I don't touch it. Yet I'm allowed to use my notes. So I
Okay.
got this pack of notes like this big and
Right.
everything. I can, all the answers are right.
Yeah, but I can't use my phone if the lay beside of me.
Yeah, exactly. She was like, okay, whatever.
Right.
She was mad. You clean up that booth?
No. Still got a lot of junk left. Y'all
Well,
doing
we
all
tried
right?
to sell it
Doing all right.
yesterday.
Did you sell much yesterday?
Well, we did sell some stuff. We sold some camera lenses.
Yeah.
And I don't know what else, but we sell.
Real good. You worked yesterday.
I did.
Yeah.
Has it slowed down a little bit because of the kids being gone?
No.
Or?
It was good. Well, in the end, it wasn't because it was all smalls, but you know,
Yeah.
somebody else told me that their store, that's all they were selling was
Was
small.
smalls.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's okay. That's better than nothing.
Yep.
Because for a while there, it was nothing.
Yeah. No, I think today, 2 chairs have gone out and everything has been smalls.
Right.
Nothing's been big, you know,
Right.
purchases like that.
Well, that's what I
That
said.
guy's doing a job,
I
ain't
always
Yes, sir.
check the number.
That
And
really
I said to
looks
Lisa,
good, yeah.
We're gonna need something big. We'll
Right.
get tired.
he?
Yeah.
So we,
You know,
so Lisa had that desk by the door, and actually that sold to somebody
Okay.
that she knew, but it wasn't for like $8.
Yeah.
And then somebody came from outside and they bought 2 chairs and that came
We all
from the
have to
same
be-
wood
Right.
finish.
Yeah.
But that helped.
It
because We
does.
were,
Have a good day.
we were way far away before that.
Okay.
So, you need some of those big,
Yes.
good.
but it's better now.
It's starting to pick up.
But no, I told John, I said, I wish you really would have had a camera pointing at this guy right here. Because that would have been a good video
Yeah,
to watch him, you know, do this whole thing. Oh, no. It's the turtles. It's the turtle channel.
See, I couldn't.
You couldn't what?
I couldn't have one of these things because this is what I'd be doing all the time.
Well, that's good though. Really. You gotta get the focus in. There it goes. You gotta get it to focus.
Yeah.
And I told him he should be. I hooked me cameras up. I took it right into that, to where if somebody was setting, on YouTube, and it could have booth 30, it could have booth 69, it could have booth, and you just click on it.
Watch me chocolate?
That's it. That's all you got to do. You'd have them, you would nail them.
I know people get busy when people post them, but like,
But if you're in your shop
but
with
people
them,
know who they are,
right?
so
Yep.
they'll rat them out.
Exactly.
9 out of 10 times they'll tell you who
What's it called?
Layla's.
L-A-Y?
Layla. Yep. S Toys. Do you see it? It should be a picture of Santa Claus with Lucian sitting on his lap.
A guy that got shot, and
L-A-Y-L-A-S
Yeah.
Toys.
Uh-huh. Do you see it?
down in Southeast,
Mm-hmm.
that got killed
Did he die?
the other day. Yeah, and they were looking for the guy that did it,
Yeah, let me see.
and immediately somebody said, I messaged him, so they must have given his name because it was only a few hours later and they were like, here he is, we got it. So, people will rat you out. And I think he was the same, guy. Oh no, that was another one. He,
Doesn't need to be a price for this.
Walk in front, John. Let's see how off we are. Oh, he can hear me very well because I just heard the. There you go. You're about 7 or 8 seconds off.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
anyway, the one
Yeah, no, it
guy-
hears us talking.
The one guy, doing somebody's stuff, I don't know, maybe off the page or something. Anyway,
What's that? You're gonna have to log in. But look here. No, you see mine right there with the Santa? That's my channel.
Click on it, just click on it.
Click on it. Well, hit subscribe, but see, it shows you gotta log in. You're not logged in on your phone. What's that?
YouTube?
Yeah, I don't think you're logged in to YouTube.
Have
You're
a
just
YouTube
going,
account?
No.
you need to set you an account up and then start subscribing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty, we'll see you guys. Take care.
Thank
Guys,
you,
y'all have a
guys.
great day.
You too.
Anyway, he had robbed his mother, you read? Mother's Day.
Okay.
And he also then, a few days later, stole a bunch of stuff from some guy, and the guy was, that's his stuff,
Right.
and then somebody was like, well, that's the same guy that just robbed his mother.
Oh.
And so they found him, he was out,
Okay.
I think he was homeless, but, but he was a good guy.
Those are just my
He was
personal
just
stuff.
good at it. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
throw all
my,
my personal stuff, so when I'm here, I feel like.
My sister had a thrift store years ago over on Shenandoah,
Cash your card.
and it was called Nina's Attic.
$8.
And she had got into an argument with her boyfriend at the time, and her boyfriend rented this
No, I
place
usually
for
work
her.
Sunday, Mondays.
It was really
Yeah, I work
not the
on-
best sight in the
I
world.
work on
And this guy
Friday,
comes in
Saturday,
one
and other
day.
store, and then Sunday,
He goes,
Monday.
man, I got all this stuff and everything like that. And my sister's like, okay. And he, she bought it from him, and she was smart enough to make a copy of his license. And when
Top 10.
it was about an hour later, the cop came back and said that he had taken everything out of his dad's house.
I'm just.
Oh.
And the dad wanted his stuff back. And then he goes, well, what about my money? And they're like,
Coach more
you
so
know,
high school.
so
That's why people like it, the pond and everything.
Yeah.
They check all that.
they have to have, yeah,
I got big pictures of my own.
yeah, because you can't sell your stuff at a pawn shop. You know, they can't sell it for like 30 to 90 days, I think it is, to make sure that it's not
Right,
on the stolen list. Yeah.
But a Yankee fan,
So-
1955.
I was just telling him, I'm not a Yankees fan, but, you know, people like Jeter.
But I told John, there's a,
Right.
it's a girl in the
Good,
Philippines,
yeah.
and they run
You know, I
a,
was in a Baltimore.
They run a little
fan,
store.
Cal-
and the store is no bigger than John's, counter area, you know, all the way back
I
and
do have
around.
players from other.
She's probably got 10 cameras, and they run 24/7. And it's nothing in the middle of the night, if I wake up in the middle of the night to cut YouTube on, and there's 100 people watching, nothing going on in the store.
Yeah.
And which is a good thing for them, because they're making a killing off of these, you know.
He
And
earned it on feet.
He did.
each camera,
So,
it's always 50 to 100 people watching each camera view.
Right.
So I'm like,
Right.
I mean,
why wouldn't you?
you
You
look at his
know.
stats and what he did,
so,
and I'm hoping that, you know,
but no, I told him today, I said, I need some hours on, I need some viewing hours. I said, so I'm gonna set it up and see who comes through the door today.
Yeah, that's true.
And we did get the one who opened the box and jumped up out of the skin, you know.
Yeah, they always have that, right? Howdy, boots,
All right.
you sell anything big?
Huh?
Sell anything big?
Doubt it.
Sorry. How you gonna go back and look?
Y'all just running around today?
Just doing nothing.
There you go. How's y'all's over on, across from the Walmart, old Walmart going over, the new Walmart doing? Y'all still selling big over there?
You mean at Willow Tree?
Yeah, the big pieces. Okay, I know for a while there, y'all said y'all were selling big pieces.
Earlier, the power went out.
Oh.
And, they closed.
Okay,
So we're not selling anything today.
right. Okay,
Not sure how long that was off
Right.
before, but I said, I mean, I understand because it's deep and it's like this, so when you get in there,
Yeah.
it's dark. But, so you have to close it, but couldn't you just sit there for a little while and
Right,
see if it came
yeah.
back on?
Those people. John, how far did the water get back in here the other day?
just front desk.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't like before where it was like half the store.
Well, I know usually.
Both times it was literally just front desk. And so a couple years ago, I caught something up here,
Okay,
and it's where this downspout is.
gotcha.
I'm thinking the downspout was stopped up because Lisa noticed it was the water was coming down the wall, but at
Okay.
the bottom where the concrete and the wall meet, where
Okay.
I had caulked it one time before, looks like it's separating.
Right.
So it's literally, I thought it was coming through the door.
Okay.
It wasn't coming through the door. It was coming through that wall.
Gotcha.
Literally coming through
Okay.
the wall. Up under, probably somewhere right about where that wall is.
In the back there, just
And
coming
it's coming
through.
back through here, up under this wall to here, and it was out to here somewhere. But, that's all. It didn't affect any boost.
Yeah, but the water down here last time, that wasn't from the rain, that was from
The fire hydrant.
fire hydrant getting hit by that truck that
Yeah.
night. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a stupid move. He ran over it
And didn't tell nobody.
and kept going.
Yeah.
And you know,
Yeah.
you hit a fire hydrant, you know it.
Right.
It's, so I have to subscribe to YouTube.
Yeah, you gotta get you a membership to. But I do all kind of little funny videos on mine and no. Now, if you do premium, I do premium to where I can watch videos without any commercials in them. And I pay like $9 a month for that. And that's just because if I want to watch a movie or something, I can sit down and watch a YouTube movie without any, problems. Yeah, no, but you can do that, and two, it kind of gives you that extra security feature too. If you set it up to where you can watch the front counter there,
Yeah.
because everybody we video today we've seen come through that door, so.
Yeah. I like it.
Have you seen a tennis player lately? Okay, has she been coming in?
About 2 weeks ago.
Okay, okay, because I hadn't seen her in a while.
Tanked up.
Easy. You laugh. I know. Uh-oh,
In the Ivy.
good catch. Uh-oh, here comes your boy. Well, no, I think he's
I
just.
need to ask him, see if he wants to look. He comes over here to look, and you think I'm doing a good job? You think I'm doing a good job? I like it.
Helps me see where things are.
There you go.
If you're that scale, it's hard to do unless you find it. It's super windy too, so I'm probably gonna have to brush. Make a lot of those brushes, Down here it doesn't feel windy though. It's just up there. Got a lot of people looking at it coming into your store.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
It'd be good.
What we want, man.
I hear you. See you, boy. Undercoat.
What's that?
So he said that's an undercoat.
What he's got on right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what direction he's going, but he said it's an undercoat. This way?
I like your sign, mural in progress.
Guess what his last name is?
What's that? Mural? No way.
John Mural.
Look at that. It
It's
isn't it?
it's spelled differently.
Right,
It's Mural.
like
yeah.
Murals Inlet. That's how it's spelled, isn't it? Murrell? Yep. Like Murrells Inlet, yeah.
Hey guys, how we doing?
Hello.
You guys ready?
Come on, do a little dance.
You said,
Do
come
a
on, I was like, oh.
Do a little John, do a little.
Go get a doll. How about one of those little,
Do a little dance for him. Good on.
oh, God.
you don't know it's there, then that's the problem. Yep, you get too used to it being there. There you go. See, what you do is that you build your channel up to where you tell people, you say, hey, while I'm live, if you'll send me $10, every time you send me $10, because they can gift you money. Every time you gift me $10, I'll come around from behind the counter, regardless of what I'm doing. And I'll do a little dance in front of the camera and then go back around the counter. You know how much money you can be making? Yeah.
No, you just record. Oh. Do you want me to?
You guys ready?
Yes. Is that for Lauren?
Yep, he could be making a killing, doing little dances and stuff. Yes.
But they're handmade, actually. And if you,
But it's good though, especially if you're at a birthday party or something, you got family that can't make the party.
Yeah.
Set it up, film it, you know. Uh-oh, somebody just sent me something. It was a big chunk of something. I don't know what it said.
watercolor cards,
Like something like
sun
that.
catchers.
Like somebody asked a question or something. Somebody, I told John, a lot of times I'll ask her a question and it's basically, you know, what are you guys doing? What's going on? What am I missing?
Who's there?
Who's there? Because they can hear us and, you know. So, it was so bad the other day. I was sitting there doing one and it was just, all you saw was my face and I was talking while I was working. And I'm having this full-blown conversation with this person. And when it was all said and done, I went to their channel to subscribe. And it was like this, 15-year-old kid. And I'm like, that's where you have to be very careful.
Yeah.
Because you don't know who sometimes you're talking to.
Right.
So,
I got 7 tags and 7 rings.
but the kid was like, where are you at? You know, and I'm like, I'm in Burlington, Virginia. I'm like, where are you at? And he's like, I'm in Canada. And, you know,
Yeah.
just really, it was just a nice little conversation. It wasn't anything bad or nothing. But I'm like, you
Yeah.
know,
34, 75.
you just gotta,
But that's what sends up the flash to the people
that
that watch
watches
everything.
over everything, yes.
One of the
Well, where all these at one time.
girls that went to high school with, her dad was one of the ones that did that
Right,
for the state.
yeah, yeah,
I think, no, he was, I think it's love.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you see where they signed the law here in Virginia? Starting January 1, kids 16 and under can only do like an hour of social media a day. I'm like, how are they gonna monitor that?
Unless they,
I don't know.
but they can't, they shut down.
No,
This one is in like, Anna's are all in Disney.
Right.
Can't show stuff now.
yeah, yep. And, right, and how many people use their parents' name to be under everything, so. That's curious, I'm curious to see how they monitor that.
Which one you looking at?
So, because that is something that is gonna be extremely hard to
Yeah.
maneuver around.
Well, that's gonna probably be like one of those laws with the drive.
Right.
People do it all the time.
They do
See
it all
them
the
like
time,
that.
exactly.
You look like an idiot. 'Cause it could be right here and it can still be here.
Yeah.
You know, but instead it's in your hand and when the top does to you, you go,
Right.
I don't have anything better to do right now.
I had a guy the other day, I was heading over to Crossroads, and he was in a company truck and with the name of the company on the back of it. And he had his phone like this talking into it. And every time I looked, he was doing this number. And I was waiting for him to crash his car.
Yeah.
And I'm like, stop talking on the phone, dude. You know, just,
You're all over the place.
right. And I really did. It was like 3 or 4 times I thought he had crashed that truck.
So,
It's like, you know,
and now, and that's why insurance is so.
right. Yeah. Well,
People are either trying to hide because they don't have it,
right.
or the people like us struggle to pay
Yeah.
because it's so crazy.
But you
Anna
know,
had, months ago, went out to get, he probably go to work at about 7:30. There was a cop out there. He was watching her walk down the street. He said,
I'm sorry, I thought you were.
yeah, and he got him closer and
What's
said,
the number?
I didn't talk to him. He was like, I didn't think you did it.
right.
And she said, that tire there, if I change it, I can go to work. And he said, you have to come around the other side of your car and then you could be the death.
Ellen, where's Jim?
Okay.
I don't know, what do you need?
He's looking at the camera.
In the back?
Yeah.
You want to use
Hmm.
Yeah, but no, I'm amazed that you'll go on and you'll just click live to see who's doing live stuff. And John, it's young kids sitting there bouncing ping pong balls, trying to get them into cups and things like that. And
How many people watch?
2,000. And just, I'm talking, giving him money and giving them, you know, once you open it up to the point you can earn off of it, yeah, you can make some money on YouTube.
Alright, you guys show me how.
Yeah.
No, seriously.
Oh, yeah. You know,
So I need to set up an account.
you need to set it up on an account. You need to start doing you some videos and doing stuff like that. Once you get 1,000 subscribers, and 1,000 is nothing to get these days. You just have to do your videos.
And subscribe is free.
Subscribe is free, and then once you get 1,000, the 1,000 then allows you to do live videos. And that's
Like
when you
this.
can, yes. I've got 32,000 people on mine. So, you know,
So you need to tell all your people to come watch me.
exactly. That's what you do.
Really?
Yeah, that's what you do is you share, you know,
That's awesome.
yep. Yep. Because you'll have people, that's all they do all day long is videos of people to go and they'll tell people, they're like, you know, hey, Layla's Toys just sent something to us, you know, while you're here, go by and subscribe to Layla's Toys. Next thing you know, you got 25 new subscribers
That's awesome.
that you didn't expect to get for the day, so. But yeah, but you're gonna hit that 1,000 milestone first, and once you get the 1,000, then that's when they can,
That's when you can do
that's when you can go
You
live.
can't do that until,
Right. Yep.
so you gotta make a bunch of stupid videos.
Well, they don't have to be stupid. They can be
You know,
good videos. Yeah.
like videos.
Yeah.
But you gotta make them where they're interested for
Right.
people to actually subscribe.
I made one yesterday. It's me on the bottom of the screen, and it's this guy with, you know, the big combines.
Yeah.
That, all right, he's got it to where he's doing the ice bath challenge, and it pumps water down on him, but it pumps like 10,000 gallons of water at one time. Well, I took everything out of the ice bath where he's mentioning the ice bath, and he's just sitting there in the water, you know, and then I put in there with the,
Ooh.
I put in the computer voice that said, my first time at a Diddy party getting oiled up. it's got this pouring down on it.
Oh.
And I got like 2,000 views on it. And I was like, there you go. I was like, you gotta have a little fun with it, you know.
So Layla's, what?
Oh, look, his earrings called Layla's Toys.
Is
And
now
then it's got
talking-
some numbers
It's now
beside
talking
of it.
about getting back up.
What's that?
It's talking about getting old.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got the guy that just says, you know, my first time at a Diddy party is, you know, oh. There you go.
He didn't want to balk.
He didn't balk.
This is the one, Randy.
Hey, really, No, y'all can't, you know,
Come on.
that's not the doll to be.
Somebody want this?
The camera, yeah.
No, not the camera. Not the camera.
Not the doll, that camera.
Okay.
I'm trying to get hours, not lose hours, you know.
She just put it online.
She was?
She's not, she was on YouTube. Yeah, I can do it. It's on YouTube. Right?
There you go. Ah. Hey, you need to make a little voice with it, John. Hi, everybody.
Hi, hey guys.
This is where we're at today.
Hi, Charlotte's Web.
Come on by, James.
Hey.
27 West Main Street, Salem. Come on by. Really? This is where we're at?
I love it. Welcome to our world.
Exactly. What y'all do today? Well, you can watch it. It's out there.
Probably wonder where we get this stuff.
Beep, beep. You know. Really? Come on by. 27 West Main Street, Salem.
Yeah. Get in there. I gotta dig in that chair and find out what's wrong with it.
Let me tell you the thing that bothers me though. Every time I do a video, I usually get the comment, somebody needs to come and get their granddad.
I would get that one.
Or when did Santa start doing commercials or doing videos, you know?
Right. You know, but if you can't have fun at it,
That's it.
I mean, seriously, it's got that stick on it. Here, watch this.
Okay,
Here, watch this.
take it off. Oh, I can't. Maybe from the other side.
I think it's on the back, John.
You ready to get? You don't wanna play? You don't want a toy? You're jealous, aren't you? You get one out of John's tooth. He's got toys. This pretty
My
much,
mugshot.
this pretty much
Exactly.
sums it up.
Come on by the psychopath. We're down here, 27 West Main Street, Salem.
My mugshot. Hey, Bill. Got your camera. Soul.
Okay, come on.
Hey, Nick.
Daytime's over. Okay.
I'm amazed. I thought those blue pants would, but he's got them looking good right there.
Yeah, he does.
See y'all next time.
All right, brother.
Guys, y'all have a great day.
He's awful tan.
Hey, you didn't
No
give
dance
me
for you
the
later.
candy you did yesterday? Be fired.
Okay.
She's like, I don't care. Hey, where are we at? 3, 2?
Yeah, can we get the minimum wage yet?
Where are we at? 2 or
Are
3?
we allowed to have minimum wage?
Really?
Yeah.
What's minimum wage? Where are we at?
Yeah, it's 4. Oh, that was a few weeks ago.
Yeah, so a few weeks ago.
4.
3.
No.
Come on, really? The brown truck? That's the guy.
No, the cream color.
The truck that was pulled into the.
Well, the green color truck. That's like.
Oh, no. No. That was, what was the guy who used to coach, actually? Him and his wife.
This was recognized.
Okay. I think that was long hair. He said longer hair. He said it's on his ear. One of them, the other son is, well, he's got smooth.
Other than,
They were there.
well, that was
They were there.
his collar,
The tall guy had to move his truck.
but that was your friend.
That was a friend of mine. His wife was in there shopping too. Yeah, she was in there shopping too. And then the big tall truck, brown truck, that's the tan truck.
You got it, and you
That's the guy that owns this in Richmond. That was the guy from Chelsea. That's the guy. He was in there.
I know there's a guy next door, he was like, can I come over there? And I was like, oh, that's John.
Yeah.
He sells stuff? And I said, maybe, you can only ask. You didn't? What do you think? Is there a lot left? You don't worry about it?
Not until, he's waiting for me. He's literally pulling to the door.
He is, yeah.
You can always watch what's going on if you get in the car. Just go to Layla Stories on YouTube.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Go to the YouTube channel. Apologies.
$16.85.
You guys have a sign for 30 off on the guest, stuff.
$11.79. $38.21. Thank you. job meeting for the. Oh,
Hey,
sorry
good,
about
good.
that. Just get to that. $45.28. Okay. $45.28.